Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. In 2020, IWC gave us its first 42mm Portuguese Perpetual Calendar since the 5022 went out of production in 2009. This is the IWC Portuguese Perpetual 42, reference 3442-02 in rose gold. It's a bit bigger than its nomenclature suggests at 42.4mm, 14.1mm thick, and 50.5mm from lug to lug with a 22mm spacing between the lugs. Throw it on the wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters circumference, and it certainly wears more easily than the 44. It's not flat, but it's not thick. I think it's fair to say that it'll fit underneath a jacket cuff, but not the tightest of dress sleeves. And I think it's suitable for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters in circumference. You get a sense of how big my arm and my hand actually are. We sometimes don't get proportion in these videos. That should be more illustrative. We have a alligator leather strap made by Santoni, which is the Italian OEM supplier for IWC factory straps. You can see it's got a little bit of a glaze on the top and some gradients in color, large rectangular scale, semi-gloss. We've got a monotone stitch, a sheer side showing the layers of leather. On the bottom, a contrasting stitch with the signature signal orange of Santoni. It's not visible when the watch is on the wrist. We have curved spring bars that allow the lugs to be drilled close to the case without any impediment to the motion of the strap. And then we have a buckle from IWC, which includes both polish and satination that is traditional for a dress watch to have a pin buckle. We have a case design that's reminiscent of Portuguese past, as the Portuguese was originally conceived as reference 325 in 1939 for the two Portuguese importers of IWC. They wanted the most accurate wristwatch possible. Back then, that meant putting a pocket watch movement, which was more accurate, into a wristwatch case. Now, it was designed as a wristwatch, but the movement was designed for a pocket watch, so we wound up with the world's first oversized dress watch that was designed as a wristwatch as such. So we had then integrated lugs. We have them here. The lug hoods are polished, the crown is simple and IWC branded. We have a bezel that has a short vertical portion that's lightly stepped in from the case flank, and then a concave profile to visually pair the mass. The bezel is all of high polish. The dial is silver satin, but it's sort of opaline, as Patek would call it, not a sunburst. It's a gentle frosted glow. We have a railroad track outboard for reading the minutes. Another feature emblematic of the original Portuguesers, we have the leaf-style hands at center, and then those Arabic numerals applique on the dial. We have a little bit of a countersink for the sub-registers, and you can see we have the leap year phase and the day over at 9 o'clock. We have the date over at 3 o'clock, and we have a coaxial moon phase and month down at 6 o'clock. The watch includes hacking or stop seconds, and this is the IWC Kurt Klaus Perpetual Calendar system, which means when you pull the crown into the intermediate position, it adjusts just like a quick-set watch would, a conventional quick-set watch, like, for example, a Rolex Datejust. If you can set one of those, you can set this. No guessing, no looking up the moon phase for your perpetual calendar. Just set the correct date and go. It's a mechanically programmed system, so you never need to worry about creating a false combination of indications. Turning it all over, you can see this one's exceptionally fresh. It still has a case back sticker, but you can see that it's a IWC manufacturer caliber from the 82000 series 82650 bidirectional automatic winding with an unlubricated ceramic-based double pawl peloton winding system, which is very clean, efficient, and shock tolerant. 60-hour power reserve. You've got the quick set for the perpetual calendar. You've got the hacking seconds. All this beats away at 8 beats per second. Pivots on 46 joules, and it's adjusted in a chronometer style 5 positions. Worth mentioning, the perpetual calendar does not need to be adjusted until the year 2100. It can deal with irregular length months. It can deal with leap years. The movement features a rose gold medallion inside the rotor, and you can see the movement is attractive, a combination of manual and mechanical finishing elements with a gorgeous architecture that's well laid out. All of this water resistant down to 30 meters. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.